A concussion in the spring, and by the fall, she still wasn't the same. Headaches, fatigue, light sensitivity, balance issues, concentration problems. Logan went from active, thriving soccer player to barely making it through a school day. The worst part, she did everything the doctors told her to do. But what if I told you that the standard concussion recovery advice might actually be making things worse? See, March is Brain Injury Awareness Month, and today we're exposing the real problem with how concussions are managed and how Logan went from struggling to symptom-free in just 6 weeks.
Welcome to the Defeating Pain Podcast with Dr. Ted Arkfeld. If you're tired of treatments that just don't work, you're in the right place. Each week, we'll talk about new ways to beat chronic pain using at-home therapies. You don't have to go to the doctor to feel better. Let's help you start living pain-free. Now, here's Dr. Arkfeld.
Stay away from bright lights, loud noises. Sounds simple, but here is what no one tells you. When you isolate yourself, stop moving, and wait for your brain to magically heal, you're actually making things worse. And that's exactly what happened to Logan. Sophomore year of high school, spring soccer season, she takes a hit, a concussion. She goes to the ER, gets the usual CT scan, and they tell her there's no brain bleed. Follow up with your primary care doctor. 2 weeks later, she's still struggling. Headaches, balance issues, light sensitivity, brain fog, fatigue. So summer rolls around, and now she's seeing a neurologist who tells her this: no sports, no social activities, no physical workouts. Basically, stay inside and avoid life. By the time school starts in the fall, she's a mess. She can't even make it through a full day of classes. The headaches come back, exhaustion, eye strain. It's wrecking her life. And at this point, her mom says enough is enough, and she brings her into the clinic. I took one look at Logan and realized this wasn't the girl that I knew. And I told her and her mother straight up that she was in a deep post-concussion syndrome, anxiety was creeping in, and she was heading towards depression and POTS, which is postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. Most doctors treat concussions like some kind of short-term injury. Give it a few weeks and you'll be fine. But here's the truth. A concussion isn't a brain bruise. It's a functional disruption in the way your brain works. It's a nervous system disruption. And that means if you don't actually reset the brain and nervous system, symptoms just don't go away. They linger. And so here's what we did for Logan. Number one, we use BrainTap. We use this neural entrainment technology to reset her brain's ability to regulate itself, to get her out of that fight or flight. We got her sleeping. We got the headaches down. Then we came in with Normatec compression therapy, mainly used in sports recovery, but we have found it vital in our concussion protocol. It helped with circulation and with autonomic nervous system regulation. It kept her from going into a full-blown POTS. We then applied vestibular and visual rehab. We targeted her balance and eye strain issues by retraining her how brain is processing movement and visual input. Oh, I forgot. We used ARP neurological therapy during that as well. Really bombarded her brain with neurological input. So what was the result? 6 weeks later, she was symptom-free and just in time for basketball season. And let me tell you, seeing her back on the court, confident and pain-free, was one of the best moments of the season. I can actually say it was one of the best moments of my chiropractic career. So if you or someone you love is struggling with post-concussion syndrome, let me make this crystal clear. You don't have to live like this. The old school approach of just rest, wait, and see is outdated. There are real solutions and ones that work, even at a chiropractic office. So if Logan's story sounds a little too familiar, it's time to take action. Click the link below. Schedule a consult with me, and let's get you on the road to recovery. Because life after concussion doesn't have to mean sitting on the sidelines. One final thing. If you like what you're hearing, if you like what you're seeing, subscribe. Subscribe to the channel and tell others. It's my mission to help as many people and make a difference in patients' lives as I can.